If I was to die tomorrow, I would watch these 5 films. But before I get into the video, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and leave a like. If you're new here, subscribe. I would hugely appreciate it, and we would build our channel bigger and bigger. The community will be stronger because of your support. So go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. It would be greatly appreciated. My apologies. But today I want to talk about the 5 films I would watch if I was to die tomorrow in a tragic death or something like that. I know it's a depressing topic, but I just want to talk about it. It's an interesting topic. So the 5 films that I would watch would be Star Wars, 1, Indiana Jones, 2, Jaws, 3, Back to the Future, 4, and let's just say The Conjuring, which would be 5. Now, all of these films are completely different, and there's so many movies that I love out there. Now, I like a lot of genres. I like horror, I like action, I like suspense, and I like thrillers and drama. I would watch The Conjuring. Some people may think The Conjuring is a bit shocking on my list. The Conjuring 1 and 2, I would include both of them. They are one of my favorite horror movies of all time, and I've seen them many, many times. I can't get enough of them. I think they're fun. They're not the best, but they're good for what they are, and they're just popcorn scary movies, and I love them. And if I was to die tomorrow, I would watch The Conjuring 1 and 2. Another one I would, of course, watch is Star Wars. Star Wars is my first ever movie that I watched, ever, in my entire life. Star Wars was very inspirational to me because it introduced me to film in so many ways, so many unique ways. I fell in love with the genre, the science fiction genre, and I just fell in love with films in general. It was the first ever movie that my dad showed me, him and I personally, and it's so much fun. I'm talking about every Star Wars movie, but one that I would watch out of all of them would be The Empire Strikes Back if I was to die tomorrow. Another film that I would watch, of course, is Indiana Jones. Now, Indiana Jones is my second film that I watched, like the second big film that I watched. I remember watching this movie when I was about 6, and I remember when my dad rented it at Blockbuster, we had to go eat that night, so I only could watch the beginning, so I had to come back home after dinner, and I finished it on TV, on the VHS at the time, and it was so, again, inspirational to me. It got me into the action genre. It was something that I've never seen before, and to this day, I love Indiana Jones. I love Spielberg's direction. Steven Spielberg, who directed the film, he directed it masterfully, and it's just a gorgeous movie. It holds up great today. For a movie that came out in 1981, it is a classic. It's timeless. Another movie I would watch is Back to the Future, directed by Robert Zemeckis. This movie has everything: comedy, action, romance, style, drama, everything. This movie is one of my favorites because I love watching it with my family. It's just always fun to look back at the 1950s, to look back at the 1980s, because my mom and dad, they grew up in the 1980s, and that is why I love Back to the Future so much. It's a fun, awesome movie. There's barely any problems with it. I would watch the first one. It's just such a good movie. I love it, love it, love it. So that's Back to the Future, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, The Conjuring. The last one has to be Jaws. Now, Jaws means a lot to me. It's Steven Spielberg's real first, directorial debut. And he directed the heck out of this movie. I love this movie. I remember when I was a kid, I rented it all the time on demand. I used to watch it on TV with my Oma Gritty late at night before school, the next day. And now I have it on Blu-ray, and it's just fantastic. This movie is so suspenseful. It is one of the first ever summer blockbusters, and it's just a suspenseful thrill ride. The the animatronic shark, while a little bit fake nowadays, still, in my opinion, holds up. I think this movie is a masterpiece. I love this movie. So these were the 5 films that I would watch if I was to die tomorrow, and I love them. I love each and every one of them in their own unique way. The Conjuring may be shocking to some people because, not a lot of people, people like it, but they, it's not like the best. But if I was to select a horror movie, I would select The Conjuring. So I hope you enjoyed my video, everyone. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to whatever the heck you want to do, and goodbye. Comment down below if you agree with my list, and what is your list 5 movies that you would watch before death. So let me know down below. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye, everyone.